it could just be, you know, all tempo gaming. So I think my main focus this entire kind of early game will just be how well will the last pick Tiny do into what I kind of, my gut tells me is not a good lane for him.
It could be tough, and that hero's it's very mid at jungling. It's like, yeah, you got some nice like AoE with the tree, but you really want to be in lane until you can get that shard. So
I think as long as they don't over aggressive, that like if they block hard camp, play on small, use their spells as like a defensive tool, I think they'll be fine. It's as soon as they get level 2 or 3 and try and overplay their hand, you give a kill to a Sand King or a Ringmaster, they'll remind you that they got that kill. You're suddenly getting like that Vanguard on Sand King, or Ringmaster has level 3, 2 points in Impalement, right? So I think as long as they don't die, we'll see Tiny be able to enter the game. It's once the game or the lane gets volatile, whew, spooky stuff.
So Gaimin don't really want any action here, so they're just doing safety smokes, trying to scout out where people are, using that smoke. They know that Zero Tenacity may be looking to hunt them down. There's a chance. Quinn, though, still tempted to stay for this. He knows that there's a ward here. He watched the Warlock place it. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't been de-warded yet. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they got giga-brained a bit. I'm not sure. But either way, 2 for 2 on the bounties. Ward stays up for now. I like this Wind Ranger's set, by the way. She just got like an eye patch on and a mask on, so that literally only her eye is showing out of her face. Sort of efficient.
So when he misses all the power shots, he can blame it on the cosmetics, you know.
Yeah. Can't see a thing. All right, let's get started then. Obviously, this top lane, it's gonna be all right for Watson. Could have been a struggle in other situations, but since he's got this Warlock behind him, it's gonna be absolutely fine. Just farm up. Pablo always going to be annoying with those power shots, just so much damage. Mid lane should be a struggle for the Storm, actually. This should be a Stoikov lane, in fairness. Not a good matchup for Storm Spirit. We'll see if Quinn's able to withstand the pressure from the sniper or not.
I mean, to pick sniper against Quinn, you know, that really is a way of saying, hey mate, you have to play a certain specific, you know, set of heroes, right? It deletes like the idea of mid Husker and like the pucks and whatnot. So I don't mind it from a drafting aspect, but yeah, like you said, it really has to make sure he wins the lane and let's provide something. I'm just staring at bot lane, I'll be honest, mate.
You like bot lane? Why do you like bot lane?
I am. Oh, it's because I'm already scared about the intensity of how okay, Retsu, they actually have level 2 advantage, so it's looking pretty good, but
just utilizing that to get some really good harassment to Tofu. Getting maybe a little bit carried away here. Ace just doesn't care. He's just sitting in Sandstorm having a nice time. Oh, you're going after my support? That's a shame. Sucks for him. Anyway, let's hit some more creeps. This is so hard to trade into for LeBron.
it's kind of like the two of the best supports for like 5 and 4 at bullying, right? So Jakiro with Liquid Fire and Dual Breath, or even Liquid Frost, and then Tofu with the Impalements, right? So between these two heroes, it's actually quite respectful putting in the same lane, because they both will put so much damage into each other. It's like, you know what, we're kind of OP heroes. You know what is an OP hero? Leshrac. I hate playing into Leshrac 4, but if that gets picked, I'll share my pain for that. But just pre-warning you, Nomad, that there are some 4 heroes that are, they hit that nerve, you know.
Oh yeah.
Ringmaster's close. It's up there. It's one of the best right now.
Yeah, he's doing good. You didn't know bad for the constant spam. It's a combination of constant spam and big nuke, which makes him extra deadly. You know, Jakira's just big spam, which is also very annoying, but Ringmaster's got that surprise factor as well. He's got it all. He's got it going on. How much is Quinn hating life at mid, you may be asking? Well, he's kind of doing fine.
He's chilling. Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling. Storm has decent wave clear. You also can, you know, you buy bottle, you get water rune. It's not like you're fully shoved away from the lane. I think maybe Storm Spirit, before he had the static side facet, would hate this matchup more, right? But the extra, you know, little bit of distance he gets between the slammer, it all helps. It all helps.
Makes a difference, and it's certainly making a difference this game. Feels like every time you look at the lane, Quinn's just so far away, he's just so scared of coming forward, but yeah, the numbers don't lie. He's doing fine. Bottom side ace, very, very low to the Jakiro. Getting cooked up a bit by the dual breath, and there's the first blood coming through from Retsu. Finds the avalanche and the tree grab. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, we also have Pablo going down.
Yeah.
Looks like he just kind of got sniped pretty deep under the tower, and that looks like some pretty nasty side blades considering where he died from, but you get to see that.
And more importantly, the Jakiro and Tiny are continuing to utilize their level advantage, right? They got level 2 first, they both have level 3, and you know, you give levels to these heroes, they are easily going to be able to fight in a lane. I was expecting it maybe to go the other way with the levels, but yeah, Zero Tenacity showing up in that safe lane, and Nifrit very scared in mid lane. I mean, to be fair, it's a lot of bullying happening in all lanes, right? Beastmaster's low HP top, Quinn's now low HP middle. They really are trying their most to try and really bruise their way through the lane.
Yeah. I think Nefrit was doing fine, and then he just got Fatal Bonds, Shadow Worded, and TA just started like attacking the boars. And
It's
he
very
just
high skill, I know.
melted. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Too many units.
What a great concept, yeah.
Quinn just going to take a hard camp, going to make sure he's never low health in this lane. Playing it safe. You start getting low against Sniper, just go base. Just get your health back. Don't bother fighting for these 6s, because his range is so high that he can just cover both runes pretty much without moving. So you just die. Yeah, it's looking like a dead Ringmaster on my screen. Retsu brings him down with his 2nd kill off the game.
Right, fair play. I honestly expected the Sand King Ringmaster to do a lot better in this lane, so it's of course, I mean, I was maybe disrespecting the true strength of Jakiro, right? We've seen it so much, maybe I'm numb to it, but I just thought Ringmaster Sand King would have a little bit more punch, and clearly not. Now LeBron with his levels is able to rotate to mid.
Quinn, no level 6, likely gonna fall. The heals coming out from Maldich, not gonna be enough. See you later, buddy. As oh, he's gonna go down as well. Tofu's turned up to this. I'm not sure this is the neighborhood you want to be turning up to, friend. He'll fall, making it 3 heroes just running in and dying in the middle lane. Gaimin Gladiators dropping the ball pretty massively here. How much is it going to cost them, considering there's a siege creep alive at mid? I think quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the only one having a good time is the TA in top lane, right? Like, Quinn's getting forced to jungle. Now Sniper's TP top. We just said
great shackle.
The TA is having a good time, but if he dies here, they shut him down as well. All right, Zero Tenacity. Very exceptional start to the game.
Right,
just killing in all lanes, yeah.
Suddenly went from 2-1 to 6-1, so that's really turned thing on its head.
Will the Beastmaster be going for Helmet Dom or for Aghanims? At the moment, he only has the mana boots, so he's not showing us where he's going with the build. And Quinn, he's only level 5, and
he needs a 6. He needs a 6. He's not going to get it. He tried to kill the creeps to try and find the next level, but it's not there. He will fall again. 2 deaths now for Quinn. Oh god. Well, he did fine until he didn't. It's all falling apart for Quinn in the middle lane. 2 huge deaths. Tower dead before hitting level 6. 2. Wait, how many? Oh no, it's
what?
17 XP away from level 6. He died on. That's tough.
Was it 7? Oh.
Yeah. 17.
Okay. I saw a 3. I was like, oh, 7. Ooh, that's not many XPs.
17's still like a melee creep anyway, isn't it? The same difference.
Yes, any creep died, he's fine. Yeah. The fact that he walked there, like, it wasn't like LeBron was trying to hide. You know, he was in the wave. He was just farming, and then Quinn just walked into the wave as well. I was like, oh, I'm dead.
Maybe if he can just kill off the creep wave quickly. I think he thought he was going to get a 6 from it. I mean, he definitely did, because he was just desperately trying to kill the creeps as they were going on him. But it wasn't enough. Pablo has been very scary in this game. Pretty much every fight he started with those shackles has resulted in some magic happening, but Tofu's doing nicely with the impalements, forcing back Zero Tenacity.
I don't think I've seen a sniper this active though. Like the fact that he like already TP'd top, he's aggressively farming the jungle.
Yeah, give his mid lane to Jakira as well. LeBron's going to be very happy about that.
Yep.
Going to allow him to get decent timing on Macropire. These will be problems later on. Maybe even not later on, maybe even soon. Macropire is going to be a huge issue for TA in these fights if she can't get out of it.
They're wrapping around onto Ace just a little bit here. We'll see if they actually want to connect. They have a dust prepared on the Jakiro, so they are ready to kill.
Top tower goes down. Nefrit, got a rot. TP out. Maldi. Oh, he doesn't have the 6. Can't drop it. Tofu doesn't quite land the Tame the Beasts, so Beastmaster will escape.
He could have ate the Black Grimoire. He could have got the 6 if he really wanted to, but it would have.
I feel like that would have been worth it. What do you think?
At this stage of the game, I think any kill for gaming will feel quite nice. But if you do waste a golem early on, it doesn't connect, then of course the tempo will shift the other way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool and good though. They're just camping out in the enemy triangle, taking their stacks. You know, it was only a double stack, but they stack it once more. That's going to give Watson a nice little cash injection. Guarded by the supports. Meanwhile, Sniper's doing the same thing in the other triangle, so tit for tat.
I think this kind of quiet stage of the game is helping Gaimin a lot more, right? Like, as much as we're praising Sniper from breaking open the mid lane, going top, Beastmaster is still heavily underfarmed, right? 3.4k net worth. And that is stalling out Zero Tenacity's ability to, you know, call for the Tiny to go for the twin gate, take top tower. He is farming very, very defensively.
Ice Path does land. Just annoying Quinn as much as possible, but he's got the heals behind him, so it's not really a big deal.
Okay. Ace is going for potentially Vanguard into Boots of Travel.
Right. That's not what I was anticipating. So they just don't want to fight.
No, yeah, it does look like they're really going to skip waves throughout this this entire early game. Because like normally, again, we praised 33 for going like Crimson Guard, right? With Vanguard, you normally go maybe just Blink, right? But he's just opting for potentially, again, he's not, you know, quick buys, you can never believe them, but if he does go for Boots of Travel, his second item.
What does that say about the game? What does that say about how they want to play it? Well, we'll answer that question later as they're jumping forward now. Quinn trying to get on top of the Jakiro and just bring down LeBron. Should be a pretty easy second kill of the game for Gaimin. Tofu's going to take an assassinate for it, but doesn't go down, so just a nice little assassination. Maybe not the big target they were hoping for, but they'll take it. At this point, Pablo finds him, gets the assassination onto poor old Tofu. These assassinates plus sharp power shots are just... they're an issue. God, you got me saying it now.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It's alright.
It happens. Just mix your words. So many spells.
Too many spells in Dota. Next patch, I just want to see the half the amount of spells.
Get me out. Someone asked me the other day, they were like, do you think Dota should just be made easier? I'm like, what? No. That's the entire beauty of the game. Like, the complexity is the fun. Oh, and Golem being thrown onto Retsu.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and now Quinn.
There we go. Wait, hold. Oh, okay, Quinn's just dead, so that's maybe not ideal, but they will get the follow-up kill onto LeBron. A small, thin silver lining as Watson's trying to make something happen here, but Nefra just comes in with the raw power shot down as well. Watson's trying to stand his ground here, trapped inside the box, comes out the other side, kills off Nefrit, and Stoikov's down the back line as well. This is getting pretty... oh my god, Retsu with the Echo Saber just eliminates Tofu and Malady. But Watson and Ace aren't done. They want to keep on going, and Retsu's taking a step too far forward. It's another hero dead, making it a full 5-man team wipe with the most unlikely of starts here. but Gaimin Gladiators they just pull a fight out their asses, really.
The start of that fight was some of the worst Dota I've seen from Gaimin, right? Some Hail Mary Golem getting thrown out of tier 1.
All
Tiny
part of
walking
the plan.
away. Yeah, Quinn walking in going, hey boss, you want to combo me? And then after that, of course, they still stay in the fight. Sanking is very tanky with his Vanguard. TA with the Blink was able to find some good openings. So very good from Gaming not to just back out of a very, very, very bad initiation for that engagement. But maybe Zero Tenacity just saw that and going, what the hell are they doing? They're throwing their spells, Maybe they just got a bit too caught up in how bad the initiation was.
Yeah. They baited themselves a bit.
Luckily, we do not have replay technology. Because if this was on LAN, I'm sure we would have seen the start of that fight at least 2 more times.
Yes, the desperate, sad golem into Quinn just jumping in for a instant death. It wasn't looking pretty, but they did their jobs. They broke up the fight enough, allowed everybody to get in around the side, and that was that. Well, now we're looking at 14 minutes into the game, and things really evening out somehow for this one, even though it did kind of look like Zero Tenacity just kind of run away with it, but wondering if this has made Ace change his mind. Nope, did go for the boots of travel.
Nope. Yeah, he's cooking. Look at him. He's going to run around the map real quick. He's basically going to play Sand King kind of like a Nature's Prophet, right? Like quickly scurry, farm somewhere very quickly, always TP to his team to take the fight, right? Like that is the value of boots of travel. It's just very hard to buy the item and feel good, right? In a lot of meta, because you're trading tankiness and damage for just a positioning tool. I think if there ever was an argument for boots of travel, it would be a hero that already has Vanguard and a lot of spell damage, as Quinn is using half of his mana.
He's going in, he's going out, he's running them around in circles, and he's got their number. Baiting out Ratsu really, really nicely there, knowing he was invis in the neighborhood by the looks of it, and just baiting him beautifully, and gets himself a kill onto the Tiny as a reward for his efforts. You love to see it. Ending the fight on 0 mana is just peak efficiency for a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, not only that, but it's the fact that he's baiting out the ice path and dodging it, utilizing the trap vision. He's not even doing that under an observer ward, right? So you see hero, he go.
Yep. Laura Sentry for that Shadow Blade on Tiny. That wasn't down before, so he was just kind of reading it. Don't know if you saw him go invis. I don't think so. I think he was just dodging out. Very good.
And now, I believe the Crimson Guard is complete on the Sand King. So the item that we expected to see has now been finished, what, 4 minutes later than we saw 33 by it? 3 minutes?
Yep.
So not that jarring of a change of build.
No, definitely not. Partly due to that really successful fight, and partly due to being able to go around the map and just continue farming up on Ace. It's pretty effective. This hero is a beast at pushing waves anyways, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's back in true form. Look at that. Look at that quick buy.
Hell
Ace
yeah.
is online.
Ace is doing Ace thing.
He's happy, yeah.
Oop, another attempt onto Quinn. He's like, fool me twice, shame on you. Or something. Either way.
Just remember that 2 fights ago Quinn did just disappear at the start of the fight and it looked awful. But now
he's on his redemption
arc. He's using that. He's on his massive redemption arc.
That's when Quinn's at his strongest. It's also April Fools, so maybe he's just April Foolsing them by pretending to run in and die.
Oh, don't get me started about April Fools. Oh no. Look at this new roster, guys. I promise it's real.
I love it when the corporate husks get comical.
Yeah, very funny.
Here's Nasty. We'll defend this one. Toss back onto the TA. Raw to follow up with as well, but it's a beautiful wheel coming out from Tofu to delay this one, allowing Watson to get himself backing. The turnaround kill comes through onto Retsu instead. Gaimin Gladiators responding excellently, knowing what the likely play was going to be, reading it well, and being prepared. Oh, hello, Mr. Nefrit. How are you doing? Well, okay, goodbye, Mr. Nefrit. He gets out fine. Nice ice path, stops the vortex, and Quinn's almost dead, by the way. He's going in? Yo, this guy's crazy. And he's dead.
Oh. I mean, he could have technically dodged it. I think he got a little bit excitable on the zipping away. Maybe he was trying to just break distance, but rough. I think at least for gaming, they are showing that their draft is very, very skirmishy. Like, they don't really care about what they're doing on the map. As long as they move together and poke the enemy, they will be able to break them. Like, Beastmaster, even though you're a strong laner, if you don't take tower, you kind of just hit jungle, right? You hit jungle, you press raw, you go back to jungle. And that's exactly what Gaimin is exploiting right now.
This weird Roshan attempt's kind of been delayed a little bit. You don't really want to do it when Tenacity are nearby. They've got so much poke and prod. It's just going to be impossible to really take many objectives if Tenacity are nearby as 5. Same with high ground as well. They have like a phenomenal high ground defense. Ooh, the right click comes through the roll way too late from Nefrit. Now that's going to seal LeBron's fate. And Quinn, he's going in once again. Nefrit's going to fall. Watson on a mega kill streak. Quinn's just going in. He's just diving in, running at the enemy team and creating opportunities for his farmed mid laner, farmed off laner. Like, this is peak gameplay here, folks. If you've kind of fallen behind a little bit in a game, but your team's really strong, just run at them. Genius.
But you know what we're proving from this, guys, is you can make mistakes in a Dota game, right? You can mistake.
Such an ironic statement to fuck up.
I know. You can make mistakes, but look at Gaming. They made plenty of mistakes in the early game. They didn't give up. They didn't just hit the jungle. They kept going. They kept persevering. Now look at them, taking Roshan exactly as the clock strikes 20 minutes.
What a testament to the tenacity of mankind.
Yes. And they will have triple auras, by the way. Tofu has the mech. You got the pipe on the way from the Sand King. They want to end this game soon. It's been some time since I've seen the... Actually, they actually kind of had 4. They got a Solar Crystal Ringmaster as well. Oh, sorry, a Warlock, right? Quinn getting some spells thrown on him bot lane, but Retsu now getting the return favor. And Golem. This time it connects.
Yeah, Maldi. He's more than happy to drop golems onto Mr. Retsu. Still vision upon him. Retsu will fall once again.
They are trying to go towards the mid. He does have the Aegis, and Refraction was up. Forces away from the Macropyre.
Oop, raw. Over on the other side of the map. Ace is going to be absolutely fine though.
Right, oh, assassinate.
Oh, he didn't actually get off the ulti. Easy. Nothing of value was lost.
Oh no.
Oh, that's interesting. The axe actually destroyed the tree, which they could have latched Quinn to there. And now, oh no, they're on the sniper. This is bad news. Shoykov needs to leave, but he's not going to get a chance to. Smart from Watson there, knowing that the concussive grenade was about to come out the moment he was unstunned, so just using the Hurricane Pike to make sure that he can follow up with the damage. He's a smart cookie, this Watson fella. Real smart fella. Tablet trying to get away. Quinn again, just going for the run at them tactic. Oh, Pablo doesn't have focus fire. I was going to say, if Pablo had focus fire, he could just make Quinn go away by ulting, but because he doesn't, this is just the most awkward chase. He got mana for the Electric Vortex, and bye-bye Pablo.
It does annoy me when I see Storm players so good at using their mana. Like, entire time, like, he was playing on the limit of, like, I want to jump you, but keep enough of Vortex, but I don't want to overcommit, and it was pretty damn annoying. Meanwhile, Watson in the mid lane, just poking Nefri. He has to hide behind the tree, because, of course, he still had 4 more Hurricane Pike hits on him. And then LeBron shows himself for a millisecond in the same area where his team just got jumped and now dies. Yeah, the map has disappeared for Zero Tenacity. You do not want to lose out, any net worth against these heroes if they are some of the best map hunting heroes, right? Like TA trap vision, Storm jumping you from nowhere, Sand King with the boots of travel, always present if needed. For Zero Tenacity, unless they get BKB or Beastmaster and can walk to an objective together, they are just going to be victim to getting picked off.
Ooh, amplified damage rune. Still 2 minutes left on the Sages. If they catch somebody off guard here, then high ground is actually very likely. See Stoikov, he walks over a trap, and Watson immediately upon him, but held back a little bit by Pablo. The Atos doing work, just holding back Watson and stopping him from just blowing up the sniper in 2 shots. 23 minutes into this one, and it looks like Gaimin have it on lock. Very farmed, very happy. Lots of auras to go high ground and make Watson feel nice and confident to just come up and deal the damage.
Alright, but Beast does have the BKB.
That's Quinn just kills off the Jakiro down at bottom once again. It's a big bait to fall into for Jakiro because you're always just like, man, you just love pushing lanes. It's just so satisfying to push lanes as Jakiro. But man, if I can just get one more wave. Just Jewel Breath, Liquid Fire, run away, easy. And you're dead.
Smoking up. Pablo and Nifrit, they want to try and get a kill. I mean, Quinn is playing extremely aggressive. He has the gem as well. If they get this kill, maybe they can make some progress on the map, get some D wards, but they need to get Quinn. They need to get the D ward. Or get the gem, sorry.
Right,
they take Tofu. Yeah.
A small consolation prize, but then one they'll be forced to settle for. They don't find the ward either. Man, this ward has just completely destroyed them this game.
It's a difficult one to D-ward because you naturally D-ward kind of hill into river, not kind of south of the hill. It's a very nice ward to place. If you're trying to find like a silver line for Zero Tenacity, it is the fact that the building damage from Gaimin is very obvious, right? It is TA has to right-click the tower. No one else will ever progress that objective. So in the high ground with like maybe a Shadow Blade or a Blink from Tiny, and like a Shackle and a Roar, like you do have the tools to kill, but Pablo has to 1v1 Quinn again.
Doesn't usually end well, but this time he's going to get out. Saw him on a trap for a brief second. The traps really just have been making this map feel awful. And we go on to Retsu in the middle lane. He's going to pop the BKB and toss away Ace. So Epicenter does get wasted a little bit here. Perhaps an opportunity now for Gaimin Gladiators. The silence traps are just so annoying. Continuously chasing. Ace jumps in. Wheel of Wonder coming out, but doesn't catch Retsu. He's going to get out.
This is often like the hardest part of a game for, I think, for a winning team, is you break the entire map early, you get like 9k gold lead, but you don't have enough lead to just auto go high ground. Yeah. So now you're in that like, play the map, wait for next Roshan, get the Aegis, then after Aegis you now need to look for a smoke, get a kill. Like sure, it's like easy to say, but when you're playing the game and you're not getting the kills, when your enemy still farms, it does slowly get a little awkward. Especially at the high ground of Sniper, like Sniper just, if he gets like maybe a BKB, me on a BKB, holds high ground, it will eventually get harder for Gaimin to close out a game that has felt like it is, theirs to win from what, minute 5? No, minute 10. When did they get the team wipe actually? Minute 12? Minute 10?
I have no idea.
I kind of forgot that Zero Tenacity did somewhat own the lanes.
Yeah.
That's how dominant Gaimin have been. They've scrubbed that from my from my memory so quickly.
Yeah, they bottomized dead. It's impressive. Yeah, Pablo gone. Thought he could come get a wave. He was wrong. Cut down. And now, Zero Tenacity. It's just so scary to be on this map because you just never know when there's a trap around. You never know when you've been seen. And, well, Ace is actually going to get dropped here a little bit as LeBron's coming in. It's a nice Ice Path. It's a nice Macropyre as well. But Ace, with all of those auras, going to try and keep himself alive. And he might just be able to do it. Yeah, he lives through it all. And now Quinn looking to get the cleanup. At least they'll bring down LeBron. Nefrit was able to get the TP away though, so he will survive. And now quick jump in to get the Tormentor. Very efficient here from Gaimin Gladiators.
You gotta love auras, don't you?
They're so exciting.
It's so cool. Like you're about to die, and all you have to do is slam your face in the keyboard, and you're just infinitely tankier.
I wonder if he's got like some way to press 3 buttons down at once for all his auras, like a toothpick across his keys.
That would be technically illegal. Oh, a toothpick. Oh,
Nah, toothpick's okay.
Okay, macros are illegal, but a toothpick's illegal. Like if you had a physical, that's a good point.
It's a tricky one because I know in like CS:GO you can't put like a bit of blue tack in the middle of your screen where your cursor is, so you can no-scope people. So surely
Retsu.
Similar rules would apply to Dota as Retsu getting beaten up.
Okay.
Like, they wouldn't let you have, like, stopwatches on your desk for timings or anything, so surely they wouldn't let you have a toothpick on your keyboard.
No, I think a toothpick is as bad as when we had the armlet toggle macros.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I think it's in the same league for sure. Oh. Roshan's gonna be taken by Gaimin. That's nice. Still. Storm jumping LeBron.
Cool.
I feel
also
like
super dead.
the last like 5 minutes of this game have just been Retsu BKB TPing but getting golemed and LeBron dying. They're like the two main like memories I've now.
Yeah, and Quinn zipping with anything with a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hero kill! You know, just go. See any movement, he's there.
Well, let's see how good his high ground defense really is. Spotlight's coming
like
on.
What are you doing? Come on. Sounds like you already expected Zero Tenacity to lose.
I do.
That sounded a little snarky. Oh, come on. Here it is. Here's the high ground. Eventually gonna happen. You know, come on.
No, I've just been anticipating seeing this Sniper Jakiro tiny high ground defense and Windrunner, to be fair. It's pretty gnarly. Like,
oh, they got a raw.
Okay, alright, Quinn's going to be the target, but where is the damage? It's just not coming through thick and fast enough, and now Quinn's going to BKB and look for the turnaround, but Ace is the one now in trouble. His auras have been gotten through now, or have they? Yes, they have. Assassinate comes through, finishes the job, but also is Nefrit at the same time as well. Both teams missing an offlaner now, but they're so slowed out of resources on the side of Zero Tenacity. They're still trying to fight up here. Stoikov doing the damage to bring down Melody. It's just a support kill. If they can get someone more important, then it would be a big deal, but I don't think that's going to happen as Pablo being chased to the side. Stoikov going for the TP out. Quinn's not going to find him. Doesn't connect with the Electric Vortex, but nevertheless, it's a triple for Quinn as they'll bring down both supports and the offlaner. Now Gaimin can look to continue the pressure, keeping Zero Tenacity stuck on their high ground.
Fair play to Zero Tenacity, right? Like, to start the fight, to look for the angle, but you are jumping the double Aura Sand King with a Storm Threat who's what, 19 armor, a Kaya Sand. It's not like an easy kill on any of these heroes, but they just needed that one extra core a little bit closer. I feel like they were just missing just one hero's worth of damage, and they might be able to disengage from that fight. But at least we are seeing the motions in which Zero Tenacity, you know, can follow to try and get a winning position, right? Like, but it does feel like Gaimin, if they ever group up as 5 and hit an objective together, they probably just break the high ground. Oh, Quinn saw a heartbeat and he's in.
Yeah, Pablo walks over a trap and Quinn springs it. See you later, Pabs. Now, the barracks slowly being sieged here. Quinn, let's jump in, but once again has a BKB and just immediately stands his ground, turns around, starts taking chunks out of Retsu. Retsu forced to BKB himself and run away. We've seen a lot of that this game, have to be fair. Stoikov trying to be a threat on the backlines here, trying to find himself a target, but Ace just going to be able to blow up LeBron, and Stoikov's really doing nothing about it. Just trying to throw down some shrapnels, do something, anything to get these guys out of their base, and eventually they will retreat. Or kill off the banner. Buyback from LeBron's come through. Sniper's actually going some difficulty there with all of those little imps coming out from Maldi. Escape act, always good.
Yeah, they do have a minute and a half left on the Aegis, so Gaming should still be confident to reset, go for another X. If they lost the Aegis, then we might just been farming for another Roshan, but they're jumping Ace for the 3rd time. Can they do it? They did it. Yeah.
Ace is gone. Using that power shot to cut through those auras and finish him off nicely. Executed. And then, yeah, they're really not confident to fight at this point, and I can kind of see why. Nefrit's just going to come in, try to blow up Tofu, but Tofu escapes out at back lines as LeBron's just dead to Watson in the back, and Nefrit unfortunately going to get cut down. Now Stoikov, without his teammate, is going to be in some trouble, although I say that. Quinn's actually forced to back away. The BKB from Stoikov, though, the moment it ends, he is gone. See you later, buddy. Thanks for playing. Watson finds himself yet another kill on this one. He's the one to get a triple kill this time around. And there's going to be another one fight for Gaimin as Retsu cuts the wave and gets out.
But they do have a wave top, so this is not really going to stall out the aggression if they want to, with 30 seconds left in the Aegis tier. Should just look to try and take another tower here. Quinn with the gem. There should be no surprise of Tiny and where he's going to be able to come from. Snap the buyback. Yeah.
Going for the barracks now as well. Quinn once again jumping onto Retsu. Retsu no BKB, so potentially could get caught out here. The spotlight does do pretty good damage to Retsu. He's not really respecting him. He's kind of chilling in there.
What's it? It's half HP. Okay, he just got tonic covered. He doesn't have Aegis. Beast Monster is back alive.
Escape hack just kind of... Quinn just kind of not running away with it. Just an act. Yeah, Axe on Warlock, that's no joke.
Back to farming for gaming. Just wait for next Roshan, secure your game. Unless you see a very good opportunity in which Zero Tenacity have left their base, then it will just be one of those classic, choke your opponents out, continue farming, play for the very easy timings.
$32K, 32 kills, 26K goal advantage, and once again seeing an opportunity to jump onto Retsu. He's gone, no buyback. This could be the end. They'll blow up LeBron, they'll try to turn around onto the Templar Assassin, but Escape Act is there to save out the TA. And I can just run forward, grab Stoikov. Stoikov is going to be able to make it back. They'll escape to the fountain, Zero Tenacity, but without their Tiny, their front lines are looking pretty pathetic. Add to that the fact that they just don't have Primal Roar anymore. And it's looking kind of hopeless. And there it is. It is hopeless. GG comes out. Game number 1 will be going to Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah. Other than probably the first 9 to 10 minutes of the game, where the lanes are a little shaky, I think the playstyle of gaming was true to themselves. Very aggressive, very skirmishy. They
good lanes as they were last game, and then last game went super badly. So it's hard to put too much faith into what Zero Tenacity can do this game. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, obviously. Like, I'm sure they've learned their mistakes from last game about taking the correct fights and not getting kind of too baited. So we'll see how it ends up working for them. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one, of course, versus Gaimin Gladiators, who are really just looking to get the 2 wins today and then head on home. Just get your qualifiers sorted out in one day. Yes. Ace has Nanoplankton Eater. Let's go. Little guy. Running around.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Tidehunter has this kind of like a favorite facet to take now, compared to before. Did get some slight changes. For Zero Tenacity, I think mid lane is super critical, right? If Storm can find a way to delay the timings of Ember, if you take away the early active runes, prevent Quinn from kind of connecting the aggression of his supports into the game, that will buy a lot of time. And sure, as much as the morphling into Tide lane isn't crazy good for morphling, the game, he can go Silver Edge down the line, he deals with more Nature's Prophet, he doesn't really care about the supports. So it is a good morphling game, but he does need to have good farm and to be secured. And he's by himself right now as the 3 heroes of gaming, which is holding the high ground, but of course, no real control to actually punish a morphling.
You just slip and slide down the water slide and you'll be absolutely fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm going to be eagerly looking at the CS of mid lane. Stoikov, he's going to have to just try and find a way to outplay where possible. A couple of denies here, maybe.
So middle lane should be a pretty straight up trade. Maybe slight advantage to Quinn. Could get an advantage over Stoikov. We'll see. Rune's going to make all the difference, as with any Spirit versus Spirit matchup. When it gets to level 6, it's going to get messy in the middle lane. When you look at the supports then, to see who can rotate in better, and honestly that advantage does kind of go to Zero Tenacity. They've just got a little bit more impact on their supports when it comes to moving in for those power runes. And then it also depends on whether you can leave your
LeBron?
cores alone.
He might be dying.
Does look like that, doesn't it?
That's
But
so close.
not quite taken down.
He kind of got like into melee range of a Tidon just to get gushed and then right click, but Malady actually gets the first one on Pablo in the top lane.
Yeah, Webpat's not baited by your shenanigans, though. He
No.
caught it all. Pablo goes
He's
down.
one of the best. That was a very political answer. I didn't say the best, but
He's the best.
okay, fine.
I'll say it. I'm not afraid of them. Jeez, these power shields do so much damage. So good for curing CS as well. From your for making sure your carry doesn't get range creep. Ooh, nice last hit actually on their range creep there as well. As Bombs side Retsu. Just being chased constantly. That's another issue with the Ringmaster, I guess, is that like he does have that long range poke, which Morphling doesn't super like playing into. Kind of just means that he's never really gonna get to feel super comfortable going down to like really low HP and.
It's also, I mean, Jakiro doesn't like it as well, right? It's percentage damage based on your HP. Jakiro is one of the tankier position 5s. So it's gonna any impalement on either of these heroes will start to chip them down. Morphling 5 CS to the 10 of Tide. This is why I wasn't excited to talk about Morphling. You know, it's like the lane just isn't that good for the hero. And Ace is reminding Retsu of this. The hard camp has been okay. Just got unblocked actually. Okay, LeBron was been body blocking it. I was wondering when Gaimin was going to maybe want to pull the hard camp, but LeBron has done a good job at stopping that one.
Certainly has. As up the top side, Watson getting a decent start. I mean, no one's going absolutely crazy up here. People just kind of trading. But Effort a little bit low now. Oh, the trying to deal with damage doesn't quite have the mana.
Wait, how did he die?
What?
He got anchor smashed into Tame the Beast Feared and died. He was pretty much 80% agi with 4-1 charges. Okay. Yep. Lane not going very well. And now LeBron stepped up.
Tame the Beast, gonna deal the damage. I mean, that spell's just crazy, but yeah, that all comes from Retsu dying. Like, that just cannot happen in this lane, but he just kept himself low enough that he got caught out from the trees, I'd imagine, from the Ringmaster, and yeah, Tofu just had his number.
He's kind of okay. He's got Fairy Fire.
Yeah, he'll stay alive for now. Still three stick charges as well. Not much, but enough to keep him alive.
We talk about the importance of runes. Tofu takes the bot rune, Ember now takes the top. And actually, okay, Tofu doesn't even take it. He allows Quinn to full refill and take both water runes. Not often do you see the mid laner taking both, sure. It can happen, but
yeah,
Stoikov will not be too happy on it, especially as he had a slight level advantage.
Yeah, he was doing good. He was doing very good in this mid lane. And was sort of getting the business from him. But now with that double bottle, he should be in a much better position. Stoikov is just being really, really annoying and chasing Quinn down. Ringmaster down at bottom, getting a little bit harassed up here as Pablo low once again. I feel like every time I've looked up here, Pablo's just been sitting in these trees on about 10 HP, so it's a tough time, but at least Nefret's doing okay. But you have Watson starting to pull away quite a bit. I mean, it's a really good lane for him, as we expect. Prophet's already a pretty strong laner, and throw a Warlock onto him, and he's just going to be able to hit creeps for the entire time. No one's going to force him out of this lane.
Yeah, we are coming up to the 6-minute mark, right? That active rune, very, very important for either of the mid laners. With how well the side lanes have gone for gaming. If Ember is to take it, then easily he can rotate in to kill off a Beastmaster, or a Morphling if it's the correct rune. Stoikov, he actually doesn't have any resources in the Storm Spirit, so he's going to have to start walking back to base at the 5.5-minute mark to then kind of TP back in, and it does feel like he's just going to be conceding the first rune of the game.
Yeah, I don't think he's making this in time. I guess
the levels just
could zip back. No, it's taking so much time to get his mana back. He is going to do that, but it's way too late.
Just the levels are pretty despair though for Zero Tenacity, right? Like your Morphling and Jakiro are sharing level 4, your Windrunner's level 2. It's There's not really any. Hey guys, let's go and smoke and go fight them at this obvious timing moment. Yeah.
Yeah, bro's level 2. That's not good. Level 1 power shot's not really going to be much of a threat.
They are TPing in top with the Jakiro through the Twin Gate.
New breath coming out, and looks like they did catch Watson off guard here. Nice rotation here from LeBron. Full credit to him. I'll lose net for it in response, but that's absolutely fine. Maldi going to get a nice amount of XP for it at least, and another charge on his Black Grimoire.
At some point, LeBron looked like he was higher level than the Beastmaster as well. So you got to bring that level into the fight, and yeah.
Pablo. Oh, he gets whipped from the side by Tofu, but they will bring down Maldi as a response. So LeBron's just getting everything up here. Makes a rotation, gets 2 kills, pieces back down to the bottom side. Lovely stuff.
LeBron's like, this was great for me. I had a lot of fun. His team's like, I'm just dying, please stop.
Yeah.
Wisdom, though, it's going to be 1-for-1. Ace taking it for his side, Beastmaster. So both of the offlaners will be taking it. Of course, this will make Ace feel very, very good here. 25 CS, he has fallen behind. After such a dominating start to the lane, his CS did just disappear, right? Like, to suddenly be down 13 CS and 11 denies after what looked like quite a commanding entry. You got a solo kill with it as well. It's going to be... It's one of those moments where I wish I could just kind of re-watch the point at which, when did it go wrong for them? Yeah, I was kind of briefly looking over the lanes. I didn't really see anything that was glaringly obvious of you can't hit creeps anymore. But things did.
But I guess if both of these offlaners are kind of shut out of the game, then Beastmaster's much easier to come back with. He's just jungles so much better than a Tide Hunter does. Tide can do it at least, but it's a little slow.
It's more like I'm a little, confused how Ace went from 10 CS more to now 20 CS down, right? That's
Yeah, 100%.
I expect Beast to have a bad time. Yeah, exactly. I expect Beast to have a hard time into Warlock, right? But alas, Quinn rotating over doesn't have any point in the Searing Chains, so it doesn't even really matter if he finds the Beast. Just tanks up a Roar and will enable Watson to probably take this tower.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Warlock can't eat the Black Grimoire to get the Golem, and Quinn is being very annoying. This is the iconic Ember gameplay. Get level 7, run around enemy jungle, press Slight.
Yeah, that max Slight damage is just kind of ridiculous. It's extremely difficult to stay near if he's just allowed to cast these on you. And the punishment's just not going to be there. It really, really isn't. So again, just slowly waiting for Zero Tenacity to find their timings. Like, the net worth is still very close between these two teams at the moment. There is not much of an advantage when it comes to money. XP is feeling pretty good for Gaimin at the moment, I'd guess.
The game is somewhat identical, yeah.
Yeah, actually more XP on the side of Zero Tenacity because Gaimin have just been playing together recently.
I think it's more about how the supports play out this stage of the game. When the game's this quiet, Warlock, he has the Black Grimoire, he looks to take fight, but Jakiro, Windrunner, they're a little bit more lost. They're not as explosive as they enter the game. They're kind of waiting for their opponent to make a mistake, and that isn't really happening as Quinn uses the Shield Rune to take the mid tower. But he's still holding the Grimoire, hoping to get level 6 without using it. Sentry down, they do see the ward on the high ground.
Yeah, just getting the sentries down and securing the Arcane Rune for Stoikov. Is he going to live through this? Looks like he very well might. He's going to be fine for now. And holding the Arcane also quite efficient from Stoikov here. But on the back, Maldi and Tofu are just able to deal the damage to LeBron, who thought he could kind of defend the tower, maybe get an extra wave in. The Jakiro curse. It just happens every time. Now we have a Vladimir's Offering finished off for Ace, so he's got himself a little bit more sustain. I feel aura for the team. Helps him jungle. The rest of the team, they're just blasting down the middle lane now. They're not stopping this.
It's been so long since I've seen the take a tower into another tower, right? Like, this was maybe, what, 4-5-year-old technology? The idea of just barreling down one lane when you take it? Nowadays, that's kind of considered griefing. Yeah.
Quinn, once again, getting a little bit ahead of himself, but yeah, he's actually kind of being distracted whilst I'll just go for the backlines with Stoikov and Pablo. Maldi going to be the next target here. Golem going to come down, though, and that's going to force back Stoikov for now. But Stoikov's fully out of mana with Watson TPing in. He might be able to finish it up. Never mind, Soaring is there. And that's going to get Stoikov out of danger, given the extra bit of health he needs just to escape this one. And Quinn trying to find the finish here, but won't be able to do so. Just narrowly on the edge of that sleight of fist. And that means that Stoikov's going to escape for now.
That was very close.
Catches him and gets a double slight as well. Just got to keep your distance here. Get your resources back. Unfortunately, with the golem coming down, the tower falling is very unlikely. Sorry, staying alive is very unlikely. Nature's Call as well. Double treants. Yeah, goodbye.
It's 11 minutes. Oh,
Crazy.
This is some like nostalgia feelings I'm getting watching this game. Like,
yep.
taking a couple towers in a row. Now they're going bottom. Oh, Ember running around the enemy jungle. This is
Yeah, it's throwing me back to the days when like we had like Shaman, Warlock, and like everyone would just race to level 6. The moment you get it, you just run mid and just can't do anything. We didn't have fortifications refreshing or multi-shot back in the day, so.
I think this is. Oh wait.
Retsu?
That's waveform.
Is he alright?
Is he
Might not be alright.
The jungle hates him.
Creep camp. You're coming in with the assist. Thank you very much.
You're gonna take another tier 2? I mean, if they really wanted to, they could bring the profit down with the Ravage, but it's a bit maybe getting carried away. Wait, hold up. Yo, Ace, are we doing it again, boss? He's going for 1 item Boots of Travel for the 2nd game in a row.
Based?
Yeah, he does want to go base with the Boots of Travel, correct, yes.
Based on his quick buy.
This is one of those moments where it's like, it's happened only 2 games, so I don't want to get too analytical on it. But it does boil down to the greed of Ace, right? Like he loves farming and being able to join the fight. So like if you ever say like what item in theory is Ace's best item to make his playstyle feel good, it is that item. But it's always such a weird item to buy.
From getting very angry, just laying down a Macropie here. I don't know why.
Being Jakir in this game is pretty upsetting. You show on a lane, you are going to get embered here.
Quinn is going to be able to close the gap though, and they will take down Jakiro. It's difficult. Like again, you want to be Jakiro. You want to sit under towers. You want to try to slow down pushes. You want to catch heroes, and yeah, unfortunately, wasting that Macropie there was a pretty big mistake, and may just result in that that tier 2 tower falling. At least taking some heavy hits, or at least forcing them to use a fortification for it. None of the things you want.
Whenever he shows, he is dead. Like that is the simplest answer. But again, Ace with the boost of travel now, 40-second cooldown on his teleport instead of 80. Like, I mean, it makes sense for Ace. If you had any other player, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty bad. But Ace is greedy enough to. Yeah, it does align with his perspective of the game. If there was a team that was very aggressive and like map pressuring, he probably wouldn't buy it. But I think the way that Zero Tenacity has been playing, the lack of like towers they've hit, they have enabled him to do this kind of punishment-free build. Now Quinn chasing LeBron again. Oh, Quinn, leave him alone, man. Please, have mercy.
Here does not get to live this game. Now Golem being dropped here. Not necessarily to kill off Retsu, because I don't think he does, but more just because he can use it to push afterwards. But
Watson TP'd in.
It's getting a little awkward. That's a roar coming down onto Watson. What do you do? And that is not the TP you're looking for. He is going to die. Down goes the Nature's Prophet. Quinn, well, he just wants to leave now.
That was some miscommunication. Quinn had very much escaped. Sure, Warlock had died, but I have no idea why Watson completed that teleportation. Especially when Quinn had accepted that he was leaving the fight. Whew. Of course, it's a very brief moment there. And I guess another thing that we haven't really mentioned is because you have the Nature's Prophet, you can just teleport onto the Treant. So there's, again, there's additional little layers of logic behind the Boots of Travel, as they are going to be going onto Retsu. He is strength morphing.
Yeah, might not be enough to keep alive this time around. There's that Wheel of Wonder coming out, looking down Retsu and getting them that kill. Another hero dead. This time, it's a big one. The carry does fall for the 3rd time this game on the Morphling.
16 minutes.
pretty
They're going
far
to go
out
into mid.
and punished appropriately.
Right, who's going to get the shot? Quickly guess, go.
Tofu.
I hope your eyes were closed whilst you were doing that.
My eyes are always closed. I cast off sound alone. Sound and vibes.
It does explain.
Ace going for the Aghanim Scepter next. Okay, so a little bit greedier than we usually expect.
I think the words Ace, Greed, and Aura are like the three. If you had like a word cloud for him,
Yep.
that's about it.
He does love some auras, but Aghanim's gonna be the choice this time around. But you know, it's an AoE debuff. I guess in some worlds we consider that an aura, a castable aura.
You're reaching. Wrapping around those Beastmaster and Storm Spirit. They're hoping to try and catch the supports in the back line.
Yeah, Retsu's doing a good job making a distraction here. This might actually work, as there's a nice grab coming in on the backlines. They'll get the Warlock and the Ringmaster both taken out. Big Ravage coming out from Ace, so that's going to allow him to kill off Stoikov and now move on to Nefrit as well. Everyone gets taken out on the side as Nefrit trying to stand his ground here. He needs to get off these drums, and it is just not going to be enough. Nice power shot coming out from Pablo, but Quinn is on the chase. Retsu nearby going to take that. Oh, but the chains bounce onto the Treant instead. Well positioned from Watson to absorb that one, stopping Quinn, getting logged down and getting him out of there. Buyback comes out from LeBron, but for not much reason it seems, as everybody's just backed themselves away and they will not be catching anybody else out here. So great start to the fight from Zero Tenacity. Loved the idea, loved the execution at the start. But unfortunately, with the Nature's Prophet TPing in, things just started going real wrong real quickly. And the Ravage as well, of course, doing work.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only the Nature's Prophet TPing it, it's the fact that he TP'd in, spawned tree, Ace TP'd on the tree, and they both get to wrap around from that position to then create the fight, right? Like, as much as his inventory looks a little bit weird, they are utilizing the Boots of Travel, making these kind of like pincer movements to punish, and they take the fight bot. Sure, Ravage is on cooldown, but they're going straight into the pit. Going to be using that Gush and the Anchor Smash to try and do as much as they can to Roshan. I'd be surprised if Zero Tenacity were even trying to attempt to steal this. Maybe like a Storm Zip is like the best play. Stoikov is in position, but scouted out by the Impalement Arts. And maybe. Will he? Probably not. He's not backpacking anything yet.
Through. Nope. Roshan will fall. Aegis grabbed by Watson now, so Nature's Prophet able to be even more confident in where he farms this map. How much more Zero Tenacity has left in the tank. They're going to keep on fighting, keep on trying. Maldi's going to be that target, but in comes the escape hack to get him out of there and make sure that he lives. Oh, and they found Pablo on the side. Unlucky Pabs. As he will be dropping eventually. A slight fist from Quinn will finish the job, secure him the kill. That's going to be another death there for the Wind Ranger. 30 seconds, dead. Not exactly a huge time you could do much with, but it's just continuing to make them feel suffocated on this map. You can't really move out, you can't check runes, you can't really do anything.
No, you're a victim to where Gaimin wants to go. And Retsu, he showed himself for a second, and guess what? TV back to base, mate. You're not allowed here. Yeah.
Minutes in, but it's feeling a lot later than that. Gaimin has just got so many items at this point. He's looking for that Ag's almost complete. When that's up, that's going to be a real issue.
He's got the blink. Maybe he gets the rope with the slight, the chains, and Quinn, he's out of there.
I'm not entirely sure if you wanted to go on that. I'm not sure what happens to you if you do.
15 ping for Quinn. Oh, Shackle. Macropire. Any other damage? Nope.
Pretty annoying, but yeah, no more follow-up damage, no more lockdown. You can't really just jump into this tide to try and kill off supports. He has a spell which stops that kind of thing happening. Get off some chains. TP in from the Morphling on the sidelines here. What's he picked up? He's got himself a Manta now, so Dota2 going to be at least very annoying, but they've almost lost the barracks already. In fact, they've lost them. Watson's Treant's going to get the job done. Now another tree spawned. Just keeps on attacking these buildings. LeBron? LeBron is going to... Okay. Fair enough. The Treants will just be able to take the range barracks by themselves. No help needed. No other heroes required. Also, a bit of deep lore here. Watson's Treants are called Malady.
Oh, that's the name of the Warlock player.
Yes, it is. What shenanigans are afoot?
Yes, that's a good interview question for a future day.
Indeed.
Maybe that's how happy Malady looked when he joined the team. He was like happy little tomato-y thing. Oh, Zip.
We've got a golem drop down to the bottom side. I mean, Red2 doesn't really seem to care that much, but... Well, there's a flaming samurai in their bases now, which is kind of low. And it's not Quinn. Quinn getting chefed up a little bit. It's getting definitely very hot inside of this base. And here we go. Aghanim Scepter for Ace. Follow that up with a Sleight of Fist. This is their new combo they want to try out. A bit of AoE, anti-armor, plus slow coming out from the Gushes. And follow that up with a Sleight of Fist or two.
The fact that Gaimin haven't just gone top to take the tier 2, you know, to potentially take Megas after the fight is just testament to the we don't care, we just want to walk into the enemy and take the building we see quickest. And of course, going from bot to mid is the quickest path, and yeah, up the high ground they go again. Solo Crest and the Treant, sorry. Of course, Ace can tank the tower easily if he wants to press Kraken. If not, doesn't really care too much. Probably trying to push them away.
The Gale's actually surprisingly good against the Treants. It does stop them from pushing the tower for about 4 seconds, but the moment it's over, like, straight back to business. Middle tower gone, barracks line to fall as well. Come on, Zero Tenacity. What have you got? Surely you got one more trick up your sleeve.
I just don't think they do. Well,
You telling me their sleeves are empty?
they're wearing one of those, is it like tank top or whatever? Just like
Yeah.
zero sleeves. Their draft has been fully exposed, just like their garments.
Yeah, just like their arms, the guns.
Like Nefrit just
one
picked up
more
a BKB.
hurrah in the top lane, maybe.
Okay, here it is. LeBron placing a ward in the lane. He does see Quinn. Maybe to start with a ice path, but then you're gonna get the escape axe behind it. You don't really want to jump any hero.
Oh, good.
Oh. No. Yes. No.
Red2 and Pablo just witnessing their middle laner get absolutely slaughtered in the cold light of day and deciding they want nothing to do with that, but they may not have a chance to answer that. When the storm comes back, at the very least he's going to have a DD rune, so...
We're coping. Oh, there's LeBron. He's on the low ground.
How dare he?
That's a fuck you Macropie if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, truly. He's just kind of hanging out in it as well. Didn't even bother sidestepping. It's kind of just rude, to be honest. Everybody's pinging this. This shrine. I don't know if that's deliberate or not. Oh, Storm with the buyback. Sees a shackle. Maybe there's an opportunity here. Don't forget, has the amplified damage and wants to try and make some use of it. So immediately jumping onto the backline, just trying to bring down Tofu. But Tofu with the escape art's going to be able to get himself back. Can they finish the job on Tim? Yes, they can. They'll kill him off. But meanwhile, their backline's getting absolutely destroyed. But Watson's actually dead. The roar, the damage, it's enough. Pablo and Nefrit just ripping through them all at the moment. Gaimin Gladiators falling apart. They're forced to get out on Ace and Malady, but everybody else is dead. Oh, where did that come from, T?
They finally got the backbones, right? Ravage was used to kill Storm. Storm buys back. Now you don't have Ravage on Tidehunter. He's a walking gush. They fully ignore him. They kill the Ringmaster. They threaten the Warlock TP, and technically everything they could have done to win a fight, they did, right? And the issue is replicating that is the hardest part, because they're using a buyback on a Storm. They're not going to have another buyback. So for Zero Tenacity, they're happy that they won a fight, but they need to be very, very respectful in the fact that it was, you know, it is impossible to recreate this again unless another core steps up to eat the Ravage and then buy back once more. For gaming, they just, you know, I feel like they're on autopilot now, you know, like they're running around the map, they don't care. Like Watson went for Hurricane Pike Mjolnir into Brooch, right? Like he didn't even think about going BKB into like Ice Path and Macropyre and Storm Spirit and Shackle. Like normally, if the game wasn't so, you know, momentum driven, he wouldn't buy Brooch there, right? His third item would be a BKB. He wouldn't then die. He probably wins the fight. So there's a lot of different, you know, parts in why that fight went well for them. But we'll see. Can Zero Tenacity replicate it? Can they somehow survive the Ravage? Can they find the supports? If they do those two things, that could be the start of the comeback, but it's going to be very, very hard. They are positioned in a good place, though. If Malady walks up this hill by himself, then he doesn't. Okay, Nefret, he was hunting. He was looking. He was hoping for a kill.
Yeah, it doesn't make it available. And you can see Gaimin playing with a little bit more caution after that last fight. Not just brazenly running down lanes as solo heroes. Ace still is. Zero Tenacity, they've had a taste of victory, and they liked it. It tasted good.
Yeah.
They want to see if they can have another sip at that cup.
Oh, they're not. They're going to get at most a Wisdom rune. A shrine, technically.
Indeed. Basking in the Shrine of Wisdom. I mean, it's still good. A little bit of extra XP increase. Couple levels here and there. Especially if they can capture their own. They're showing no signs of wanting to get off this map at the moment, though. They're happy to kind of slink around under the cover of smoke and try to see if there's any applicable targets. Quinn might be considered to be one, but he's got the TP out, he's going to be alright.
They had a short window to leave their base, right? Like, with the gaming having to re-push their waves, dealing with the Ravage being on cooldown. Like, there was a nice window for them to leave. But that's why Gaimin respected that, and they played defensive. Roshan now screams. Zero Tenacity probably can't contest it. Again, I think there is a chance that you might see some wild Stoikov attempt at stealing it with no buyback. That is a win or lose game moment there. And because of that, probably won't take those odds.
It would be funny.
It would be funny. But there you go. Aegis now taken on Watson. 300 gold away from BKB. Could probably sell Null and
these fights.
Oh, Quinn's dead. How did he die?
Dead. Yeah, they did finally catch him out, and Nefret also not looking super healthy as he's going to get into the pit. Maybe so. Okay, all right. Well, Golem gets used. Wasn't really needed as Tofu had him anyway, but nevertheless, they'll kill off Nefret.
They had to, you know, seek revenge for poor old Quinn. Pretty much won the early game. His performance in, you know, the first 20 minutes of this game has been everything you need to do to prevent Zero Tenacity from feeling good. And sure, Golem's on cooldown, but with the Aegis, Beastmaster dead, no Raw. Sure, he has buyback. We're gonna go for a little mega creep situation here, but no, they're not getting too excited. Just playing it slow, waiting for the 6-second respawn in Ember Spirit as they walk back down this lane. They want to end the game right here, right now. Get their mega creeps. They have a smoke on Tofu if they want to utilize that.
Yeah, go for the wraparound. Maybe they're passing it around. They will throw it down. A bunch of smokes available. Just sitting behind Watson, trying to make sure they're not an option here. But Stoikov is back here, so you can see Malady and Tofu are kind of like poking and prodding. They know that something's wrong. Stoikov positioned well, looking for an opportunity. His team do need to create that opportunity. Whether that threat suit's kind of going in, a nice shackle could be it, with the Macropyre coming on down. But escape art will be there. Stoikov goes in, jumping onto the Prophet. Doesn't seem like the best move when he's the one with the Aegis, but that's the move they're going to make. Watson still surviving through this. It's absolutely fine for now. Ace still have his Ravage for the time being, but doesn't really want to just use it on Jakiro. Jakiro should go down regardless with a few more clicks. That's exactly what happens. Raw comes down though onto Quinn. That's a great target to catch out, but there's
nice
a Ravage follow up, but it doesn't matter. Wait, he's saved. They catch him out. Storm is dead. As Retsu, well, he's trying to stand his ground, but that's not going to happen. Ace brings him down. Watson with the right clicks finishes him off. Oh my god, I can't believe Quinn survived through that, man. Sanjin Yasha, escape arts as well. Tofu doing it all. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravage from Ace, escape acts from Ringmaster. It's so hard to kill a hero. I mean, Zero Tenacity, if they had like maybe 2 more items, we could entertain it, but the aggression from Gaimin, look at it, Quinn going in, he doesn't care.
He certainly doesn't, and Melody's picking up all these kills with these bonds, and yeah, they'll wipe them. The GG will come out. Game number 2 goes to Gaimin Gladiators. They will be securing their 2-0 and moving on to the upper brackets, which will actually be played today. So they get to find out if they will be taking one of those first slots today. We've got 2 teams qualifying.
I don't think they are playing today, my friend. I think they
Are
are
they
playing
not?
tomorrow. We only have
Excellent.
1 qualifying game today, which will be Tundra versus Navi Junior. We'll see Gaming play tomorrow in their